The boardroom is silent, tension thick in the air. It's 1997, and Steve Jobs stands at the helm of a company once revered, now ridiculed. Apple teeters on the brink of collapse, its innovation buried beneath a mountain of losses. Jobs knows this is a make-or-break moment. The decisions made today will echo through every corner of the tech world. Can he pull Apple back from the edge and reignite its spark? The year is 1991, and Apple is riding high. The company introduces the PowerBook, a sleek line of laptop computers that redefines portability. In homes and offices across the globe, Apple's products symbolize innovation and a glimpse into the future. The PowerBook captures 40% of the market, proof of its cutting-edge design and functionality. But success is a double-edged sword. As the PowerBook cements Apple's place in the tech world, the seeds of trouble are quietly sown. Competitors circle like sharks, eager to claim a piece of the lucrative market. Lower-priced Wintel computers begin to lure customers away, threatening Apple's dominance. In 1993, Apple makes a bold move, discontinuing the iconic Apple Roman II. It's a decision that marks the end of an era and the beginning of a struggle to maintain relevance. The AIM alliance with IBM and Motorola in 1994 signals a strategic shift, but whispers of doubt grow louder. Amidst the accolades and market share, a shadow looms. The first signs of decline are about to surface. The year 2000. Apple's headquarters buzz with anticipation as the Power Mac G4 Cube makes its debut. Sleek and compact, it represents a bold step forward in design. Yet, beneath its polished exterior, the Cube struggles to capture the market's imagination. Sales falter, and questions about Apple's future linger. Fast forward to 2001. A new strategy takes shape. Apple opens its first retail store, redefining the customer experience. The stores become more than just places to buy products. They become proof of Apple's commitment to innovation and design. The gamble pays off, drawing crowds and rejuvenating the brand's image. By 2005, Tim Cook is steering the company's operations with a steady hand. His focus on efficiency and strategic investments lays a foundation for growth. Behind the scenes, he's crafting a plan that will propel Apple into a new era. The true turning point arrives in 2007. Apple unveils the iPhone, a device that will transform the tech landscape. With its revolutionary design and user interface, the iPhone captivates the world, setting the stage for unprecedented success. Apple's fortunes soar and the company begins an ascent to market dominance. In 2009, as Steve Jobs takes a leave of absence, Tim Cook steps in as interim CEO. His leadership style, focused, pragmatic, and people-centric, cements Apple's trajectory toward growth. Under Cook, the company flourishes, expanding its product line and global reach. But as Apple's stock climbs and its influence expands, a new challenge waits in the wings. A Senate report in 2013 reveals the complexities of Apple's offshore tax structures, drawing scrutiny and setting the stage for a confrontation. Tim Cook prepares to face Congress. The lights of the Senate hearing room cast a glare as Tim Cook takes his seat. It's 2013, and the atmosphere is tense. Apple stands accused of using offshore subsidiaries to avoid billions in U.S. taxes. Cook, calm and composed, prepares to defend the company's practices. This is not just about numbers, it's a battle for Apple's reputation. Cook explains that Apple paid $6 billion in U.S. taxes in 2012 and $7 billion in 2013. The figures are staggering, yet the allegations persist. Senators question Apple's methods, probing the $29.9 billion in dividends received from offshore affiliates. Cook insists that Apple complies with the law, but the scrutiny is relentless. Beyond the hearing room, another storm brews. Apple's revenue growth, though significant, falls short of expectations. A 20% stock price drop sends ripples through Wall Street, amplifying concerns about the company's future. The iPad, once a symbol of innovation, experiences a slowdown in sales, adding to the unease. Inside Apple, the pressure mounts. The boardroom buzzes with discussions about strategic pivots and operational changes. Cook's leadership is under the microscope, his every decision weighed against the company's storied past. In Greater China, revenue hits $9.1 $1 billion, a beacon of hope amid the challenges. Yet a sense of dissatisfaction simmers among the retail staff, a legacy of John Browett's initiatives. Scott Forstall's departure following the Maps fiasco marks a shift in Apple's internal politics. The company stands at a crossroads, its path forward uncertain. As Cook exits the Senate hearing, the world watches. The decisions he makes now will define Apple's future. In the boardroom, the atmosphere is taut. Tim Cook's recent decisions have sent shockwaves through Apple. On October 29, 2012, he makes a bold move, reshaping the executive team. The very next day, the departures of Scott Forstall and John Browett are announced. Forstall, once a rising star, is out, a casualty of the Maps debacle and the mixed reception of Siri. Browett, whose retail strategies sparked discontent, leaves a trail of dissatisfaction among the staff. The numbers tell a story of their own. Apple's revenue in 2012 reaches $100 billion, yet growth lags behind predictions. Wall Street reacts with skepticism, and a 20% drop in stock price fuels anxiety. The once celebrated iPad sees a slowdown in sales, casting a shadow over Apple's future. Amidst the turmoil, Greater China emerges as a rare bright spot, contributing $1 billion in revenue. But the global landscape is shifting. Apple's dependence on China as a manufacturing hub becomes a double-edged sword, especially with the looming trade tensions. Internally, Cook takes the reins of the retail division, a temporary measure as he searches for a new leader. The executive shakeup signals a shift in Apple's internal dynamics, a move away from past strategies. As the dust settles, Apple's path forward remains uncertain. The decisions made in these tense moments will determine whether the company can reclaim its former glory. Apple's near collapse and subsequent revival offer a masterclass in navigating corporate crises and the critical role of leadership. The company's struggle in the 1990s, losing market share to more affordable competitors, set the stage for a dramatic turnaround. Steve Jobs' return marked a seismic shift, reinvigorating innovation and redefining Apple's identity. However, the challenges persisted, with Tim Cook facing scrutiny over operational changes and strategic missteps, such as the Maps debacle. The larger lesson: even the most innovative companies must adapt continually, balancing visionary products with robust operational strategies. Apple's story shows the importance of decisive leadership and strategic pivots in the face of adversity. Yet, as the boardroom's tension reveals, the next chapter remains unwritten. In the boardroom's silence, the weight of Apple's history looms large. The decision to remove Forstall and Browett was just the beginning. Tim Cook's leadership style, marked by strategic pivots and operational overhaul, stands as the new cornerstone of Apple's identity. Apple's path from near collapse to revival is proof of the power of visionary leadership and adaptability. As the dust settles, the world watches, eager to see if Apple's next move will secure its place in the future of technology. Apple's story continues, and the stakes have never been higher.